say I don't know ACP apoko kakra say one matches beba so na wo ma ko efikesie mu no anu mu hia say matches beba so say ya na aboa unless I say na wiem ayi na La Liga games for the ade no e be boa
wo da wo mpam na wo
boa pa na ade na Matthews Nunes na ono netimi nya that winner for Manchester City. Because they cast a draw crab ball no you know Emery na Aston Villa 4 ball no anothing. There ya na say obet ball ni nyina ball ni nyina wie na ya hyew.
Na ya.
Ya obeye de obetumi bia o se wanya de. Omo tap pesa de ne kapa de woni se wo hwire atwe bodu afiwiem aye de obeye bia o se wawie.
But that question dey pa de bisa bia.
Wo wie se sen.
Ani kwa so ko ho bia.
Eti ade so ayo no I say o yes wo be wu ani so.
Adada
hello
ngo ba bia. O de wi a se ko no na de obesore fe.
Sana Aston Villa akwakoye. O ye de obeye bia de hye. Na no sa Champions League. O ya de so amfa. And na so against Man City o ye bia amfa and Marcus Rashford about that penalty to but Manchester United that deep into second half stoppage time winner no edema Manchester City and you come any man say no say na sikwa now but you are training one. I have to qualify for the Champions League. We are separate and Jenny Pasha Brazil and the whole Manchester City. They all training so big to qualify for Champions League. And yes, and for League you pay.
Sure.
But one interesting thing also what the English Premier League table no say. Despite City struggles in now some of the year, but they are no more winning ye. October for no more room. Like say City for a fee or more boy.
And then you may be a CC a chile, set by
at this time and send cast now much crab. You know, I'm a but after the game, Pogba will only manage Adema, Manchester City, and somebody to tell us and Yaje, Manchester Bono Boss, and Rano. And was feeling the old Man City, no, City, last Champions League, last City. And no who boys watch the resilience and your thing on the ball. Aston Villa, mind you, your small team.
David.
Yeah, people said everybody Aston Villa, but money PSG, Champions League. What they say, they more focus on the final matches of the season. You know, so one more FA Cup semis beyond Bebo. I think I'm in Northern Forest. And after final stretch, you see those are a final of finals. Semi-final, and the new few games I can the EPN, you know, who say finals. They almost finish hard the pie. We are say, "Obet my qualify for the Champions League."
Okay. If we win the next 4 games, have been so important. Yeah, of course it's important. We don't have to be a scientist to realize that we play against Aston Villa, one of the best teams. We saw the games against Newcastle, saw the games against PSG, the top form, the quality, the manager, so and everything. It's an extraordinary team, but we did. Perform like we were in the past, the commitment, we concede not much, we didn't create much neither, but we control most of the game. The back four again have been, in terms of qualification for the Champions League, for the points, of course, it's important. You have to be calm and focus in the semi-final, and after you have days to prepare the 4 finals, 2 games at home, 2 away, and game by game.
Right, and game by game. And then some people got to do or say they have to stay calm. They almost have more Champions League, but they want to help Petre. Giddy, no? Ube lusus here. How you saw you giddy this year?
1 minute.
Go be lusus here. You're not turning come about in WhatsApp here. Go for hacking me WhatsApp you. You know Emery. One day manager them Aston Villa. Now you know somebody to try to say as a song will keep go. This is by there are games to go. Also semi-final.
Okay.
I think Crystal Palace. Also semi-final be boss. Say na we na go come no. Matches are can be no be so no I second be so ni Crystal be we na be o timi afa waje trophy because they say na open Champions League and for league no to be top 4 no be na for wa second be so no obetimi age the FA Cup. You know we say we keep going.
We compete very well, and we compete as well defensively very well, and we wanted to win, and we were as well trying to use fresh players to try to add their energy, but of course they did the same. They scored the goal in the extra time and accept it, and I keep going. We can't waste time now thinking in it. Analyze, try to be very, very focused in the analysis about everything we did, better or worse, and keep going. And we are now in semi-final on Saturday, and the league, we are going to play Premier League after 10 days against Fulham at home, and keep going.
All right, it's me a rich woman. That be Ababaya one chain, Ababai. Aha, now someone you keke. That's all you're finna. Ebe and we me at all. I don't do 18. The aqua no, but what do we say on top? No, Liverpool edging the team with 79.
No one will be a bonus.
Yes, and now what is happening is that Arsenal and on a Crystal Palace neighbor, but what Arsenal bit man say be Arsenal a bit delay celebration keke, but they are in the Liverpool they are in the Ache corner there. But City after that win about 61 points, and Northern Forest fourth with 60 points. Newcastle also fifth with 59, Chelsea 6 with 57, Aston Villa 7 to 57. It will if it is so about Liverpool from more play. Na kano egigiswa na fi enipa 5.
Okay.
And yes, so meet my qualify for the Champions League. Now you can say no. Now it's a Chelsea, more Newcastle, more BA, and Bournemouth. So money more about it mean into that fact. Okay. So between Northern Forest, Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa, and to an extent Bournemouth will be a bit more top for him. In fact, the top 5 more. It's a mad near something which is their power. But in a game where Barcelona, a patch of Aston also saw you in a whole Bournemouth him. I can say yes, I'm get to a cry. Ateta send a near break. Will set Paris Saint-Germain and I'm quite sober.
Okay.
It take you back as a league, oh, you're damn to me. Second, so it is looking like what's 72nd. It's a Bianca, Ube Jaja, Kakra, what they draw for the BJ them. You almost say, I'll renew, but they draw for no one time.
Show.
Oh, but Paris Saint-Germain name, but also important. Trophy realistic to see how fast and the Champions League.
Yeah.
It is possible such chat and so on. It will be a cabinet over resty players. Now they were telephone with them against Paris Saint-Germain, and I don't know what that is. Anybody one reading. What the Vimun agent one born be BS with Makoyi and walk a second Biason, send a name and seek a cono, send a season air queen or Bonaman Basso. Oh, my idea. But we'll drink Paris Saint-Germain and we'll drink. And then I competitive. We need your bad go for match be important too. Yeah. Every match is important. And
match be at 3 points in every.
Oh, of course. One no to say because of other FA Cups and infinity match na baha or Mondia Babe Pemoso. Yentia Teta and none other things okay on a voice demo.
But for us it's a big game. We need to start to win football matches in the Premier League to at least maintain the position that we are in and to push into the last few games with some hope and we know how tough it's going to be. They are really well organized. Let's take the opportunity, first of all, and the right to win the game tomorrow against a really good side. They have a really good record away from home as well, and our incentive is to win our game and do our best to continue with the run that we are in right now. The rest we cannot control.
The rest we cannot control. And they are able to me a control now, so control. Now, ya cannot. Everyone here, too much. They say, Menyaka City, Liverpool, Nanko Lusu, Nanka, or the old habit back on to social. I don't hear Shako and Imsania, Dia. It's an only the air basso. They want some and so Banty, Crystal Palace, and Aston Ebone, the EP anymore. Now, the match is basso in the Spanish Liga, but Enra, Ukopima, Valencia, and Spanish game on here 1-1 Sansona Bassa, Ebo Mayoka, by go to nil. So, inching closer to the title, and title also so Remadrid Tarnetope. Dear here, and Sabasa winning the game, Saka in our
close marking.
All the only winning games in our league,
Okay.
That's all the only winning. Now, if I saw Chima Marida, only the Akara Marida Bodro Bikra, and then Buanepa, and call Coronimsa. But at Sabay, and no any seminal.
One seminal,
and one seminal one. But the Yakabasa and now winning a Daniel when a boss I go in the against Mayoka. Now, to say yes, not born in your bad. We have to squad, no, so fat Timunina start TB. No, the almost 10 I don't know you my Unipa. I break a crab Lewandowski, no home for no papa near the idea, no, only 1 or 2 players, but Omoma candidate was purely rest because they are in the semi-final of the Champions League and they can't afford to be, wasting time, rough, but players so much was normally good, and I suggest that maybe a bit more. Once you fight you any day is good, just than I say plus 7 something Daniel Mujamwa, and yes, I go at my Ebasa. So for now, 3rd consecutive win, you say now normally see from but say 3 at what was so say Mayoka in their last 9 matches, so maybe and it's not come back as one is I know. It's a 7th place now and one better there. But after the win a Hansi Flick name manager in Barcelona.
Okay.
Now Hansi my man to crocodile the ground. Say or Casafa Ancelotti who. Set matches now Casia Bebodo. I saw you no winning in including Real Madrid or Real Madrid born ancestor lose against Real Madrid. And a man for Ancelotti as such a bassa for the man like Real Madrid also already know 2 goals Real Madrid Mudada. Yeah. What has a flex a bassa for in Siabotre? Real Madrid team never. Why how be underrated? Yeah, and they said the headquarters of Ghana Sports Asempa FM. That one of Payama, near Sochi, Tumkeke. She near Sotum, na, by no views on the side. And the mayor headquarters. What you for TC? Yes, it may take all. You take one stern and Grovuti.
Send your messages.
I want to send a message. And no, Mamma, Nintino. Story we one can be Angus and your papa. Mon can be me and tea. Now, someone said, Makumachi, one Masako, and not for it. I think for them, see a form. It was there. Uje Jawaya said, Brahma, Sana, Ancelotti, Coffee, Mutra. Was Ancelotti is a fantastic man. I think one say papa achievement or achieve a bomb na still Mutabono. I don't go for one power. What's it? One such fine. I know a basso. We can. Then we are married as Sarah Marissa. What I seen Tarry that the Cobos Arbor has a freak.
It could be not. We don't know that. So we made a lot of matches only maybe where we have 1 day less and we won it. So it's totally different. They have Real Madrid. They have an unbelievable team and they have one of the best coaches in the world. And for me it's really it's not nice to see this because he won everything in the world. He won everything with every club and he's a gentleman. He's really I have the highest respect and so for me it's like that and so we on Saturday we play the final against Real Madrid and of course against Carlo and for me it's great to see him again and because he's really an unbelievable coach.
He's really an unbelievable coach. And Ancelotti. Mame mo Ancelotti kakra se Real Madrid fond dey say the MC yabamo wo chairman ho yeso abre me no poso no ha dwen dodo ne ade a na no na papa dey tudwa say obiye nim problems no oso no Real Madrid say obiye nim problem amado dey face eti omo nyina papa na say the all kind dey say onyanko e otew o say ti omo Real Madrid say obiya is working to solve the problem. They are talking about it. They are thinking on how to solve the problem. And as they say, what we want,
Obia ni yare wo.
It's a winner can boom air solve yare na wo no say ne difference prepare you want replacement papa. Ni na problems. It's our problems almost solve what they will be better. It's a problems na Ancelotti ni any other things okay.
The problems we've had this season are very clear and there's not much to explain. We lost important players in defense who have been difficult to replace. We've had difficulty finding our balance, and I hope we can achieve that in this final stretch of the season. Putting the Club World Cup aside, the two titles we're still competing for depend on us beating Barcelona. We would have to beat Barcelona, and that's the one thing we're clear about at the moment, so it's simple. If we want to win these two competitions, we have to beat them. Right now, we just have to play well in our next match and then focus on the Copa del Rey.
As I am Kanya baby.
There's no beyond in the culture. Anti problems and what can and watch him say Alaju. Say Bassa Nequam. Bassa Nequam say. So Beji trophy season ya Bassa. Number 1, Saturday, Number 2, League in so Bassa Sajina anymore. Bassa 2 just a chance Bassa so the Denfio. Because so Jino no weekend no. With me Bassa project. Trophy. And a stretch na stretching a cap few games to go na ye features na buy no. So it's meaning ho hye basa. Eh dan features na e koso no basa de ba ko be see form. Obefa ho akọ. To basa na gina kwam, they just need to beat basa and everything will be fine. But the future na kwofo bisa. The future no say we ono say ba bi onye do no. Ba bi amadu in life no. Matra ko matie. Lie. So one mi moto. Real Madrid pam me mo pam mi moto. Se mo pemia nipa bre. Brazil fo nyina pemio, Roma fo, wo mo pemi. AC Milan fo pemio, Juventus fo, wo mo pemio. Ti ono what ono. Nipa bre. Aso no de we do life no abmate. Wo so no nwi wo kura. Be surprised in the BM. Now, on no pressure, I want to know. See, the life mo pressure, I manage ye. So, no pressure upon so I manage this to brutal. Until the goes no, and pressure, dear fine, but normal, but anything is possible. THMI.
Anything is possible in football. Are you still surprised by anything that happens in the world of football? Nothing surprises me anymore, so anything can happen. As I've said before, I feel very good at the club because they understand that this has been a complicated season, obviously even more complicated than last season. So all of us are trying to manage the difficulties together. I'm very happy and calm right now, though obviously under a lot of pressure, but that's always the case. But as I always say, stress is like fuel for me. Stress doesn't bother me. It gives me more energy to think things through better.
So stress is like fuel. Stress the fuel in the crowd. My goodness. To make up now, my catch yourself Valencia the year 1-1. But Asana met 2 games, so not any Paris Saint-Germain in Ligue 1. One and Paris Saint-Germain, my place, maybe rest here. Hey, rest here, pa. The Turkish Cup final was on. Now, Konyaspor. Galatasaray children num abba IJ Sporting CP so akọ manim 2-1 and no share ave etomako the final of the Portuguese Cup etika channel so sa fam the Manchester United channel so near from asana mako medical can start na show like club Bao ne Las Palmas nebo Celta de Vigo Villarreal Deportivo Alaves rest side at the top in Real Madrid and at the airport in anyway ya share second bia so 7:30 sa match ne be baso na ye share se bia sanka yesterday games ne be baso Baseriano alatu ye you need time to Boboro. I think Cagliari, Fiorentina, Genoa, Lazio, Parma, Juventus, Torino, Udine, and Aquambia. So now, Bad and Dentin, Abba Bonacchi, second the semi-final of the Copa Italia. Inter Milan, AC Milan, Bebaso. You see about 8:52. Until further notice, so much na Isaac. I say. No, but it is likely to meet my if you are. I hear calendar no calendar na sister be say what we postpone matches be bra. Where you league matches be konanim. Then there's a semi-final of the Copa Italia no so sign pia konanim pa na kwa hadwe.
And then you are under association.
Near Inter Milan so our Champions League game is wobo. I'm mad deny something which is that you read that Inter Milan and AC Milan game. It is not a bad game. Crack. And the channel so FMA. And to make so much 92.5 million in yes Kenya. What is money to Mr. Cockroach? My from Moscow. Check. Bless me and Sunny. Matos Kuna.
Okay.
Kuna wayade papa and I brand my friend Liam Delap no issue star kwano odin nkwi wo papa person ko fa na 30 million. And no mo to so Liam Delap onye bad. I was saying I'm more impressed with the team no akwa be shema be boa pa ne ade na Kunya so Wolves don't person ko for no so ba 2.5 I'm sure that iska United to me but the biggest of them Victor Osimhen.
Wow.
A busy you know
from Turkey.
A bisuku a man for say hono em fama no oba United oba be feel but entwen
okay
owo nkwa say ana e omo anyo be bodwuma no e na kire o aha omo anyo mo yadwuma no Tottenham so afa prayo pra mo pra no so obi anye se uzo mo metima je ayayaya Europa o be se chairman ji Europa kra be pama bo so kogli omo so wa san tu pressure one so brutal am so ba be fa ka di nu nsum wa sha na nam Europe wo person kwa jodi wo je kra be pam no and you so mo head of science one head of recruitment ya pamo bia san hihye team ne foforo na crofo be clear out wa ala tu me nyam mfama na ele cancer for so akra nya na isu 20 manche na me nya bi mfanse mu na o mu nya bi ya o chena so de akire nsam nya dia ya no akai e de nanka sanka kejwa ne ho ama me Eric Asiedu Buadi